Girls and boys, today we're confronted with a clogged up bathtub. So I'm going to teach you guys, you girls and you boys, I'm going to teach you guys how to snake a tub. Okay, here's a tub right here. Now, most people confronted in this situation would try to clear out in here, but that is actually not what we're going to do. Although I will show you how to get this out. This is called a linkage. Okay, and you can see it has a lot of little bendy pieces in it, and it just kind of, to put it back in, you just kind of work it in there. It goes, it's going to go in that away. So you just kind of like move it around and flex it until you get the whole thing in there, okay? And that's how that works, okay? So we're going to take this out, but this is not what we're concerned with. We have to, this is called a pop-up. We have to take these two screws out, and we're going to snake from there. It's actually pretty simple, and I'll show you how that's done right now. And usually there's like a big hairball down there, sometimes a lot of schmutz and soap scum and crap like that stuck in there. So that's basically what we're going to try to dig out. It's probably a big hairball, I would think, is what's stuck in there. So, alrighty, so you're going to need a bladed screwdriver. And these are, unless this thing is totally rusted and corroded, it's pretty easy to get out. And it also has a linkage on it. So here we go. Now, one thing we might want to do is put something, or actually, I brought one with me. It's put a rag, and by the way, see my videos on making rags if you want to learn how to make the best rags there are. So we're going to put a rag over the drain hole because we don't want to accidentally drop a screw and have it go down the drain. It's always a good idea. That's a pro tip for you guys and girls out there. So we got the two screws out, and I told you there's a linkage on this. Told you there's a linkage, so we're going to pull up. We're going to pull up and out, and shaking and jiggling. And there's our linkage. Now that indeed, that stinky mess right there, may indeed be our problem right there. This is a spring. I'll show you after I clean it out. It's a coiled spring. And as you can see, it's all full of schmutz and crap and a bunch of shit on there too. So that's probably pretty stinky and stuff. I'm definitely going to want to put my rubber gloves on for that. But the video is how to snake a tub. So I'm going to snake it anyway just to show you. This is a simple hand snake. You would follow the manufacturer's instructions, but basically these ones here, when you turn it, as you can see, this comes out, okay? So we're basically just going to stick it in there, and we're going to turn and turn, and it's going to automatically feed itself down there, and we're just basically going to go as far as we can go. And just let it, I mean, we're not going to go like 30 feet, but we're going to twist it for a minute or two and see how far we go. Then we're going to pull it out and see what we have. So I would say I'm probably about 5 feet in there right now. Let's just give it a little bit more. Okay, let's pull it out and see what we got. Well, actually, we were about 3 feet in, which means I was like down and probably into the trap, and this came up with just a little bit of schmutz on it. Let's see if we can just go one more time and actually go a little bit further. We have to reset this snake. Because the trick with these snakes is you don't want a lot of free stuff sticking out here. You want as short as possible, and then let it feed itself in as you're turning it. That's the trick to the snake. So I actually have it stuck in that pop-up hole, and I'm just turning and turning and letting it feed itself in. Because as the pipe twists and turns, the snake is designed to kind of screw itself through there. You can't just jam it straight in. It's got to go on a rotation as it's getting pushed in there. It's basically the theory behind the snake. So I'm going and I'm going. We want to go a little further than we did last time. So I'm going to give it a bunch of turns. Okay, let's see what we got. Now, if you have trouble pulling it out, sometimes it gets hung up. You just twist it counterclockwise and it would unscrew its way out. But most of the time you can just pull it if it does get stuck, you can try to counterclockwise a few turns and then continue to pull it. It usually just gets hung up on a little spot, and once you get past that, you're okay. So it looks like we were about maybe 8 feet in, and it came up with just a little bit of smuts on it. So I really think the problem with this tub was at the bottom of the pop-up. Now, not every pop-up's going to look like this, but a good majority of them do. Some of them just have a little different kind of style thing at the bottom. But these spring ones, they always catch the hair and stuff. So I'm going to put the gloves on. We're going to clean that mess up. And, oh, my screws almost went down the drain. And then we're going to put it back together and check and see how it is. So, you see, this customer, they actually complained that the sink was slow, and the sink's right next to the tub, but actually the sink pipe actually feeds into the tub, and it was actually the tub pop-up that was clogged. It was making the sink go slow, so, alright, so we got our rubber gloves on. First, we're going to clean up our snake. We're going to get this schmutz out. I like to keep the snake clean because the next drain, we stick it down. We're going to want to see what comes up. So if you're not going to get confused if you put it down and it's clean. And I'm not going to show you the intricacies of how a snake works, but you can read the manufacturer's instructions, or maybe I'll make another video on that. But basically, the big tip here is to keep it clean, keep all your tools clean, so that the next time they're ready to go. So I'll take the utility knife and I'll just kind of scrape the crap out with the utility knife, because it's usually hair and stuff. If you got a nice sharp blade and a utility knife, you can cut through a lot of it. And get it off of there. Okay. Get all of that crap out of there. Disgusting, smelly crap. And then I usually like to take like a wire brush and just get the last of the stuff off of there. Now I have another interesting video. What's that called? The biggest hairball in the world or something like that. It's on my channel. And the hairball was like, swear to God, like 8 feet long that I pulled out of there. And then I usually like to just catch this linkage a little bit and clean everything up. Alright, so now we're gonna stick this back in there. Okay, so you want to orient it so now these things, the bottom is usually open like that. So the bottom, that's the vent, so the air can go in and let it go down without gurgling. So so there is a top and a bottom, so that's the bottom, the open is the bottom. Okay, so we're going to orient it that way, and we're going to kind of feed this thing in there. And it might take a little playing, you might have to play with it a little bit, but it will go back in there, jiggling and moving around, okay? There it goes, alright, back in there. Now we're going to take our 2 screws, and again, you may want to cover that open drain at this point. And we're going to put our 2 screws right back where they belong. And yeah. If you kind of hold it in place where it was, you could usually see the mark on the tub, and that'll help you get everything lined up, because it's actually like a blind hole that you got to get the screws in. But just make sure they're straight and they go in, and you'll feel around back there, and before you know it, they'll be in the holes, and you'll be tightening it up. Okay, and nice and snug, not retarded tight, not fucktard, retarded tight. And then just check for operation. And by the way, you know, I've been getting some emails lately, and people like, oh, my 8-year-old son heard you curse. Like, what the fuck are you letting an 8-year-old son play around on YouTube for, you know? And you're like, oh, he was standing next to me and I was watching the video. Well, tough fucking luck. I mean, you know, I'm the one sticking my nose in this crap here. I'm not allowed to express myself. You know, if you don't want your 8-year-old son hearing what people might or might not say on YouTube, don't let him in the room when you're doing YouTube. And besides, if you didn't make so much of a big deal about it, your kid probably wouldn't even notice it, you know? But if you start, oh my God, did you hear what he's saying? And you go back and play it over and over again, of course your son's going to hear it, or your kid's going to hear it. Don't make that such a big fucking deal. Just go with it, you know? Alright, so getting this back in, you might have to like, okay, up and down a little bit until you get it. So that's all done now. We just got to clean up this fucking mess here. And then we're going to run the water and test it, okay? So, again, wiping down the tools, make sure everything's nice and clean before you put it away. And what else we got here? Screwdriver. And the rest is crapola here. So I'm going to get some TP and kind of scoop that garbage up there. Okay, we got our TP, and we're just going to kind of make a big fucking pile out of this smelly fucking human waste, dead skin cells, and fucking hair. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on with this son of a bitch. Well, that'll come in handy cleaning up anyway. Alright. Alright, so we got the drain open, we're running the water. Let's get some YouTube in on the action here. And as you might be able to see in the video, that drain is nice and clear now. Alright, so, now, let's see. Put that fucking sprayer down there. And check for... Okay. Yeah, that drain's nice and clear. Now let's check this fucking sink. Alright, I got the pop-up out because I was messing around the sink here a little bit. Oh, by the way, if you're going to plunge a sink, alright, there's always a little hole here. You have to cover that hole or your plunger is ineffective because that's an overflow. And you can plunge all you want over here. The air is just going to, the pressure you make is just going to come out here. So as you plunge it, one hand either cover, like these little holes you can cover with a finger, or a wet rag if you have like the 3 or 4 slot deal, with a wet rag over that, and the other hand is plunging up and down like crazy, because plunging is like, it's not just a one-time deal, and the same with toilets. I got a video, check my video on, I think it's called like Toilet Plunging 101 or something like that. It's on my channel if you want to see how to plunge toilets the right way, you know, the pro way. So there's a little tip for you on plunging sinks. So now we got the sink is free, okay, water's going straight down, and our tub is free. So let's put everything back together and write up an invoice for this house. So this is, you know, because they're regular customers and stuff, I charge by the hour, $125. It's a $125 job here. Basic minimum charge deal, you know. Although a plumber coming in here, they got like minimums in this area, $350 to snake any drain. So it's actually a bargain, you know, $125 an hour. So when you really compare apples to oranges, it's a bargain. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down. Don't forget your comments, and I've said it a million times, your comments. Hey, Carol, what's going on? You know what, I actually think, let me shut that water off there.
I left a message on your phone.
Yeah, I actually think
it seemed to work for like 2 days, and then...
The tub was clogged up because this pipe goes in. Yeah, right. They all go into the same pipe.
Yeah.
So I snaked that. I got the snake right here.
Is that what you had to do?
Yeah, big hairball came out. Big hairball.
I had the, you know, this thing.
Yeah. A big hairball came out of that one. This one really wasn't anything, but that had a big hairball. So I'm going to clean everything up, and I think you're good.
My hair in here.
Maybe it fell down here, and then because the pipe goes through there. They're both in the same pipe. Or maybe it was old from years ago.
It had to be.
Yeah.
It's going on for a long time.
Yeah, this is just some of it, but it was a big hairball, you know?
That ain't mine.
Yeah.
Right? See this?
Yeah.
That
It's
ain't mine.
the wrong color.
Maybe it's yours.
Yeah. All right, let me clean up here and then I'll get out of here for you.
No, that's
But
okay.
I think it's okay now.
I'm just going to take a little bit of a rest, right?
Oh, good for you. I'll be quiet then.
Yeah, you better be.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't listen to me anymore.
Oh, I listened to you. What do you think I came over here today for?
I know.
Yeah, I got your message and I came right over.
I mean, it wasn't an emergency.
Yeah.
But, you brush your teeth, and I'm saying I have to spit in the toilet. Because, oh well.
You're funny. Okay.
So are you.
All right, keeping my client confidentiality. I did not show you guys her face, but that's Carol that owns the house. So all right, so we're gonna clean this stuff up, but I was saying your comments, other people read, and if other users even answer their questions, or if you leave comments or ask questions and they get answered by me or somebody else, what I'm trying to say is down the road, other people learn from that. So feel free to leave comments. Really, it's helping people out down the road. Thumbs up if you hate me, whatever. Leave a response video. I'd love to have them. I'll put them all up. I'm not censoring anything, because we're based here in United States. So freedom of speech. Bye.